Hello, sports fan. This is Steven here of Sports Choice Plus. I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering are the New York Knicks a contender or a pretender. Before I get right into that, I want to make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you can get all the updates and all the breakdowns. Without further ado, let's get right into it. With the New York Knicks being 37-20, and they're just 4 games back behind the Boston Celtics, who are 41-16, it seems like a lot of times the New York Knicks are in a better position. They're number 3 in the East, and you're looking at them being behind Cleveland, Boston, and you're asking yourself, overall, they're 10 games behind number 1, and you're asking, do you feel like this team is a team that's going to make a difference or a team that's going to actually move needles and make it in the playoffs past the second round? Essentially, you got to think, the Milwaukee Bucks are not where they want to be. They have a suspension to one of their best backup role players. And Giannis and company aren't quite where they want to be health-wise, but they're still competing. The Indiana Pacers, you know how they come on in the late season. The Detroit Pistons have given us a pleasant surprise and are feisty and are fighting different people that they faced. And you got to think that a lot of teams are on their heels. This bubble, where the teams are in the bubble, with the Magic, the Hawks, the Heat. And you just got to ask yourself, does this current roster, as it goes, as it stands, with Coach Tibbs, can this roster do damage? We talk about Jalen Brunson. We talk about OG. We talk about Mikal Bridges. We talk about Karl Anthony Towns, Josh Hart. But can they really get the job done? I'm calling the New York Knicks pretenders. I don't feel like this current team, as is, has enough shooting and has enough size in the post to be able to do anything to these teams in the East. Cleveland has a very deep roster that they could go 10 deep essentially. And I'm talking about 2 at every position at point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center. They could go 10 deep with different combinations that could easily throw off the Knicks. When you look at Boston, the defending champion, the way that they're able to close out games and close out series with just a touch of the big 3 for them. They can do things with their bench. They can have Al Horford start. They can have him off the bench. They can have White do the same thing. They can have Porzingis do the same thing. They can mix and match combinations where it doesn't matter if Tatum's on the floor or Brown's on the floor. They're still going to get their numbers. They're still going to get their buckets. They can come at you waves defensively. They have Drew Holiday. They have a number of things that they can do that's going to make them that much more better. I don't see them being any better than the teams that are in front of them now. I don't see them upending or seeding them. The only hope is if one of the teams above them gets a massive hit of injuries. So with that being said, I think Tibbs is starting to feel the heat from that hotness under his seat because you have to win in New York. It's a feel-good story to have the Knicks in 3rd place. It's a feel-good story to have them in the playoffs. But you have to get past the first round. You have to get past the second round. And they sent a lot for Karl Anthony Towns, so you're going to have to start showing in the playoffs for that to matter. So I know Knicks fans give good credit and they clap real hard when you give excellent effort at the Garden. When you dive for loose balls, when you give the extra effort in the game. But you have to be able to put it together to make a postseason run. You gave up Julius Randle and company. You gave up a couple of different good, DiVincenzo. You gave up a couple of the good pieces. So can you do it in the playoffs? Can he do all this massive work that Karl Anthony Towns does with a 3-point shot with the rebounds in the playoffs? I don't think so. All you Knicks fans, get in the comment section below. All you NBA fans, get in the comment section below. Definitely check out Sports Choice Plus, and we'll see you on the very next episode.